this is me Jayashree. English has now become a part of our daily lives, in relationships, in jobs, in your everyday life. English plays a very important role. There are many of us who possess high degrees of qualifications but are a step behind because they do not possess the fluency in English. So, fluency in English and having the communication skills in English is very, very important for you to be able to compete in this highly competitive world. So, mastering this language, having a good fluency and flow in speaking English is very, very important. I'm sure all of you agree to this. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about 5 daily habits which you need to inculcate in order to be able to speak this language fluently. But a request here, before I proceed with the video, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you like the video. Your support is very important for me. Your support will motivate me to make better videos for you and help you in your journey towards being fluent in English. So let's get started. Now, as I told you, in order to master this language, to be good at this language, you need to inculcate some daily habits centered around the English language. So today in this video, I have come up with 5 English habits which can be practiced every single day. And trust me, these habits will not take much of your time, but they will prove to be highly effective. You will find a magical transformation in your journey towards learning the English language. Now, these habits, the best part of it is they will not take more than an hour of your day. Isn't that lovely? If you devote 1 hour from 24 hours of a day, you'll be able to fare pretty well in picking up this language. And what's wonderful about it is these habits which I'll be discussing with you, you will need max 1 hour of your day to practice them. Within an hour, you'll finish practicing all the 5 habits on a daily basis, remember. And it's fun doing it. You'll enjoy them. And that's the way, through a fun, loving journey, you'll be able to get fluent in this language. Each habit will focus on the English language learning skills. What are those 4 skills? Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. 4 skills, these LSRW, these 4 skills are absolutely essential for you to learn any language for that matter, not only English. But here we are talking about English, so you need to master listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So the habits which I shall share with you will be focused on these 4 skills of English language learning. Now, my idea behind these 5 habits for you is only to make it fun for you, not boring as a homework. Don't take it as a burden. It shall be a fun way for you to learn a language. And then it will serve a dual purpose. You will improve in your English skills as well as you learn something new. The first habit, read 10 minutes in English each day. You can choose your favorite type of content to read and make it a daily practice. Now, some examples are like reading online news, reading articles in newspapers, reading blogs, reading books. It may be digital books also, and it may also be reading recipes. Whatever you like, your favorite content, you should be able to read for 10 minutes every day. Now here's a tip for you. You should read aloud, because when you read loud, it helps you with your pronunciation, it helps you with your speaking endurance, and it also helps you to retain the information that you have gathered while reading. So read 10 minutes in English each day. The second habit, write 10 minutes in English each day. Now, if you're not very sure about what you are going to write, and if you feel writing is boring and tedious for you, then try something which you will enjoy. You can write a gratitude list, all the things that you're thankful about. Now, that's something which comes from within, so you'll be able to write it. Don't worry about the grammar. Just write in English what are the things you are grateful for in your life. You can write out your worries, whatever stresses you, angers you, things that worry you in your life. You could make a list of them. Then, writing in a stream of consciousness, write anything that comes to your mind without lifting the pen from the paper. You can write about your day. You can write a diary daily, log in all the events that have happened during the whole day. That's a wonderful way. Diary writing is actually very good. Then you can write an email also in English. Try sending emails in English. So these are different ways in which you can practice writing in English for 10 minutes every day. Now my tip for you is, while writing, read it aloud. Read while writing, because when you do that, your writing will be clearer and better structured. So while writing, read them aloud, whatever you're writing. The third habit to cultivate every day is listen 10 minutes in English each day. Listening comprehension is also very important, because this skill will gradually develop your English speaking capacity. So you can listen to English in different ways. You can listen to your favorite English songs of a favorite genre of your favorite artist. You may listen to podcasts. Choose areas of your interest and expertise and listen to those podcasts. Audiobooks are an in thing now. That's a wonderful way of reading a book as well as listening to it. So audiobooks, according to me, is the best way to listen to English. Then you can turn on the radio while driving or any free time. You can turn on the radio and listen in English, listen to programs that are in English. So these are different ways in which you can practice listening to English. Now my tip here is, while listening, pause and try to imitate the speaker, imitate the pronunciation. So that will play a dual role. You'll be listening as well as speaking, and while speaking, you will be practicing your pronunciation too. So listen, pause, imitate. The fourth skill is watch 10 minutes in English each day. Now, out of all these, many of you might find it easiest to watch because video-based learning is all over. There's so much of content on video-based learning. So that's a wonderful way. But the point with watching is to increase your listening comprehension and at the same time improving your awareness towards non-verbal communication. Now, what do I mean by non-verbal communication? It means the head movement, the hand gestures, the body language, the facial expression. All these also play a big role. Non-verbal communication is very, very significant. So this will help you to grasp the perfect non-verbal communications too. Now here are some examples of the possible content which you can watch in English. YouTube videos, Nothing better than that. You can watch YouTube videos to learn something new, or you can watch your favorite channel in English. Then you can watch TED Talks. TED Talks are very motivating and very inspiring. So try listening and watching to some TED Talks. Then you can join a webinar which you have signed in for. That's also a wonderful way to listen as well as watch. So the integration of the brain in watching and listening and then comprehending will help you to think in English too. It's very important to think in English. My tip here is pause and imitate the non-verbal gestures of the speaker. Pause and do a comprehension check. Pause and try to analyze if you have comprehended and understood whatever you have watched. The next habit, speak 10 minutes in English each day. Now, this may be a challenging task for some of you because you have limited access to the real world communities. Well, the beauty of speaking practice is that you can literally practice it anywhere, isn't it? And now there's all the more no excuse because of what technology has done for us. It has made it so easy for us to access anything in the world. So you can just hop into an online community where you can speak in person to one another. You can join some online forum, you can join a Toastmasters club, you can join a virtual book reading club. So these are different platforms where you can join online and start practicing speaking in English. Now some of the examples are, you can start conversing, creating small conversations, small talk with strangers in a cafe, at the bus stand, at the waiting area in an airport. You can start making small conversations that will gradually boost your confidence of speaking in English. Then you can join an online community. As I told you, you can join an online book reading club. You can join a Toastmasters club, different clubs where you can join and start speaking with others on an online portal. You can start by chatting with your colleague in English. That's very accessible to you. Then you can join a book club, as I already told you. Then you can do a Zoom or a Skype call with someone on a regular basis where you can speak in English. So there are plenty of options. You can check online and find plenty of options where you can practice speaking in English. And the matter is only 10 minutes, so that's not difficult at all. My tip here is use the new words that you have learned and practice the newly learned expressions of English and start thinking in English. Now I tell you, I assure you, if you practice all these habits daily, you will magically start thinking in English. And thinking in English will set the road to your success. Once you start thinking in English, there's no looking back for you. You'll be able to master all the skills of English. I'll be making a separate video on how to start thinking in English. Do watch out for that video. So there you have it, the 5 English habits that you need to practice on a daily basis. And just see, in less than 1 hour of each day, you'll be able to complete your English practice. And within days, you will be able to see a marked and remarkable improvement in your English skills. If you want to set aside 1 hour and complete all these habits together, that's fine. But then you may not be able to spare an hour together. So there you can space it out into different gaps. The best one, you know. Whatever suits you, you can divide your time accordingly. But I want to tell you again and again, you have to practice all these 5 habits daily. So, whatever suits you, either at one go or space it out and spread it out all through the day. Set up a schedule and stick to it. 10 minutes for each habit is not actually difficult, and practicing a little bit of each every day will definitely bring great results. And another great way is to be accountable to your work, accountable to all these daily practice. If you want, you can find an accountability partner. You can tag another friend along with you who also wants to learn English. And then, when you practice these skills, if you discuss these skills with each other, practice the habits, and discuss with your partner, then both of you become accountable to each other and you will not think of shirking the daily habits that have been designed for you. So, whichever way you choose, the idea is for you to practice all these 5 English habits in your daily routine. And if you do it, I assure you that you'll find a world of difference in your English speaking, listening, reading, and writing, as well as comprehension. So please do practice all these 5 English learning habits that have been designed especially for you. And when you find the results positive in your direction, do post a comment and motivate me to make better videos for you every day. Thank you so much. Happy learning English.